they've been stealing it out of my mind through technology. I don't even have to say nothing. They've been listening to everything I think. Can you believe that story? I can't get past it. I've got so much to say, but I can't get past one thing that the system's done to me. That is fucking ridiculous. That is absolutely ridiculous, man. How come nobody can say something to me or talk to me about it? They're treating it like I'm hiding something, or I'm this deviant, sinister dude. It's fucking sexual natured crimes and fucking ways of looking at things. It's not a fucking joke, you know what I'm saying? And I've been a nice guy and a gentleman to women all my life. Anyway, moving on. Worst job, I was carrying rear plates and hole watching. Some more hole watching and carrying rear plates. Some more crappy jobs. Yeah? Another crappy shutdown. I'm supposed to be on my construction job and in my millions of dollars and getting my houses and my life on the road. I'm helping fitters. I'm working with Indian guys. I saw Dion. He's a white South African guy. Now when I went up to, this was in Newman. People were putting me at risk. They were compromising the integrity of my jobs. They were compromising the integrity of me passing DNAs for my jobs. Because the system knew I was dabbling in drugs. And they knew when I'm going to work and whatever. And when I got to do DNAs and all this. And I went to that white guy, Dion, he was talking to me. Now the system's they've organized a job for me. I've done my DNA here in Perth. It might have been for PGC Resources or something, right? Now the lady didn't tell me that when I get to Newman, I'm going to do another DNA test. Usually they tell you this because they don't want any reason for the company to get back at them for a guy failing a DNA test. But she didn't tell me anything. So I went up to work and I was worried that I'm not going to pass this DNA test. Because I didn't know I had to do a test when I got up there. I've never failed a drug test in my life for work. You know what I mean? People are putting me in positions where I'm fucking risking my job integrity. And everybody knows. Now Dion, this guy, he's talking about fucking a secret society of people and all this fucking crap. You know what I'm saying? And I'm thinking to myself, this is very relative to my life because I can hear all these people talking to me and I don't know who the fuck they are. And I'm thinking, wow. You know, I kind of felt a little closer to him because it was making sense for my life. Little did I know he's supposed to be there and talk that shit to me, man. People got him there talking to me about secret societies and all that. Anyway. Now Craig, Hector, one time we were there. Next to Garrett Road Bridge, and he's like, he done this cookie whoop thing to me. I call it cookie whoop. It's when people talk to me without actually paying me attention. Well, this time he turned and he said, oh, that Facebook thing is, huh? And he just carried on turning and like doing whatever he was. And I thought to myself, what the fuck was that? What am I supposed to, how am I supposed to respond to that? Am I supposed to ask you, did you say something to me or whatever, you know? He said that Facebook thing. Now I realize he was talking about Facebook. Because Bronwyn had messaged me on Facebook. Said to me, why don't you be a man this year and that there and everything and handle your business. So I blocked her straight away because Facebook was like, I don't do this Facebook thing, handling my personal business on Facebook. That's a big no-no for me. I like my business to be personal and private. So I blocked her straight away. And then I blocked a few, I can't remember if I blocked Hayley Miles I might have, but they're fighting with me now. She's getting on my back on Facebook about my personal business. Me and Bronwyn are not enemies. Me and Bronwyn are good friends. I don't know if she felt excited one time or whatever and decided to have a go at me. I don't know where that came from, but I blocked her straight away. So that's what Craig was talking about. Because this year too, Craig, we had the car wash at Ascot one time. I got some gear off him. Now we're at that car wash because the system knows me and Wayne went to that car wash one time and we were fucking around there. See, the system's been listening to my stories. Now they're showing me that they basically, I don't know, what can I say, everything I've been thinking, they know, they can hear. So now they playing these stories out in my personal life, wherever I go. I go to pick up from Craig at the car wash at Ascot. That's relative to me and Wayne van der Merwe messing around at that car wash one time. That Facebook thing, when he done that Facebook thing, he said, that was relative to Haley. He said that to me. That was relative to Haley. So he knows all my business. And he's orchestrated to say these things and treat me in a certain way. He's bullying me, basically. He's making a cunt of me. He spoke about Tucson. A Tucson, his missus drives a Tucson or something like that one time. That's related to me being a rapist 2 times for my ex-wife and Charlene. Or 2 times putting it in someone's butt by mistake. These situations weren't supposed to happen. And these situations were over in my life. I didn't know that people were bringing these situations back to me and making me a rapist for them. I've discussed it with the woman and everything. I thought everything was fine. That wasn't supposed to happen. So when he said Tucson to me, he was calling me a 2-time rapist. At the Caltech servo in Bentley, everywhere Craig, he didn't mind going under cameras. In Manning Road, yeah. At the Caltech servo, I went with him one time, giving him the money for the thing, $250, $300, and he's like, hey, look up, there's cameras there. You know? What's that? But I'm like, how? I'm thinking to myself, how? But you selling me gear, but you're taking me under the cameras, and then you're telling me there's cameras there. How come you're not worried about the cameras? You know what I mean? And now I realize it's relative to Haley, because they've got us on camera. I guarantee you that. It reminded me of me looking up at the camera in an elevator with me and Haley's story. So people know all my personal business. They're playing it out in front of me. I didn't know this. They're making an absolute fool of me. Craig was always talking about I think I might have it, yeah. About his friends at work, you know, he's this and that. This guy's doing this and this guy's doing that, and Craig's got a new position he's starting there, and this other guy's going in line for the position and he doesn't like this guy. It was all fucking bullshit. Craig was trying to confuse me. He's making a cunt of me. I think people are watching us in his car through a camera or something and listening to us. He was confusing me. He was talking absolute shit. Garbage. All fucking bullshit. People have been talking absolute bullshit to me. See? So he was just trying to confuse me. Because I think people have seen me sitting in my room, smoking some stuff, and then looking stupid. So now they're treating me like a stupido, like a swacko, making a cunt of me. So everything that was coming out of his mouth was crap. He's just sitting there, someone's telling him and talking to me and making a cunt of me. One time we were here on Manning Road, he came there. All these Indian guys are acting like, I heard them talking about Craig. They're like, yeah, we know him, this and that, you know. But those people are orchestrated to be there. You know what I'm saying? They're making me paranoid now. How do they know that I'm here to pick up from Craig and Craig's coming to see me? They're talking, I can hear them talking, and they're talking, what they're saying is relative to what I'm doing in my life right now at this moment. You know what I mean? And I thought, fuck. I'm not having delusions. I'm not delusional. They are talking stuff that's relative to my life. See, when I didn't find this all out, that people are doing it on purpose last year, back then I was just curious. I was like, wow, that sounds like, you know, what are they talking about? Craig, do they know him, this and that? They are all orchestrated to be there. People are playing out some kind of show with my life. When Craig came, there was a girl running across the road. And Craig in little shorts and a tank top. And Craig says, who's that? And I was like, I don't know. I didn't really worry because he's got the gear, all right? So I suppose he's paranoid about who's that. I wasn't too worried about who's this girl running across the road and all that. He wasn't asking me who's that. He was calling me a fucking dog. Because that's what I say to my dog. I say, who's that? Who's that? Who's that? Catch him. Tap, tap. Who's that? That's what I say to my dog. So he's calling me a dog. I'm like, wow, I'm fucking wild. All these people are out of my life. They came into my life, treated me like a fucking fool, made a stooge of me, and they all gone out of my life, and I'm broke on the dole. My life is fucked. They all came to play a part of my demise. You know what I'm saying? So he's calling me a dog. Who's that? We went for a drive down to the river there, South Perth, and I'm trying to say to Craig, don't come to the towers because I'm paranoid. There's some people that are going to follow you around and they know you're selling drugs and you're going to get caught or something. You know what I'm saying? And I'm trying to say to him, I can hear these people talking to me like I'm hearing voices. I don't know how to tell him this, but I'm trying. And he keeps cutting me off like, oh, don't worry, just don't have too much gear. It must be the gear and all this and that, you know? They've got a tactic they use. When I'm trying to explain to people or do something, they jump in at certain moments. And when I breathe, they talk loud. They oppressing me. Because people are actually queued him up to say whatever he says when he's supposed to say it. It's a psychological thing, and emotional. It's very bad. At the Caltex there on Great Eastern Highway, I waited for him. And he came in his green Cherokee. I was sitting there by the server waiting. And when he drove in, he shook his head like this. And I thought, okay, so we're not going to do the pickup here. But he didn't drive out, so I can follow him or whatever. He stopped and done his normal thing. Stopped, put air in the tires, checked the car, this and that. So I figured, okay, the deal is still on. So I got out the car, went up to him. But I didn't ever ask him why he shook his head. I always thought to myself, why did he shake his head? So I realize now this is relative to Hayley, the video that they've seen of me and Hayley, obviously. Because people are catching me when I'm in a certain state of mind. If I'm a bit strung out, or people think I'm nervous or whatever, people have this technology where they make me feel like I'm high, basically. It puts pressure in your ears or depressurizes them, and it makes your world feel a little mysterious. Anyway, I don't want to lose the point here. Craig shaking his head was relative to a video that they've got of me and Hayley, because they would have seen me or Hayley shaking our head on the video, or Hayley shaking her head. That's the only place I can think it can be from. There's nothing else in my life where he wants to see. Because what they're saying is now, you're calling me a rapist for Hayley as well, or a sexual assault. That's what people relay back to me on the TV and in my car and all that. People are pulling me every day, calling me these things. Saying I sexually assaulted Hayley and this and that. Because when Craig shook his head, that was relative to a video. So now this means no. Now the ladies in the system, they work for people, or the Salvation Army, and they work to help victims of domestic violence, sexual assault, rapes, fucking everything bad and sexually natured. So when he shook his head, he was saying to me, they were trying to see whether I know what no means. So according to them, I still came to do the deal. So I don't know what no means. This is what they're trying to decipher. And I'm in a certain mood. You know what I mean? And when I say a certain mood, I was dabbling in drugs the day before that. So they want to see what my brain registers when I'm in a certain mood, or whether I'm strung out, or whether I'm in a good mood or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So now, according to them, I don't know what no means. This is what's happened. That's why he shook his head. This is massive. This is huge. People are investigating me, got me under surveillance. They're not investigating me. They've got me under surveillance, and they fucking bullying me because, as far as they're concerned, I'm guilty. I'm not being investigated. I'm guilty, and they bullying me. They're treating me like a dog. That's what they're saying. I'm guilty, and they're bullying me. Can you believe that? He was shaking his head to see whether I know what no means. What do I say to him? Why did you shake your head? He said, I thought you say no, and all this and that. You know what I'm saying? He's a grown man, and this and that. So, and he's been playing all his tricks, calling me a dog, making a fucking cunt of me, talking shit to me. You know what I mean? Part of my demise in my life, and he's a big part of it. He's feeding me drugs. I'll get gear off him. People have made my ex-wife walk away with my daughter again. They don't support me being a father and a daddy to my child. They've oppressed me by taking away my jobs. But they don't have a problem with Craig coming and giving me drugs. They don't have a problem with me going the shit road down my life. They've got the power to direct my life, and they're directing it into a shitstorm. They're supporting drug use and misbehavior and all this, and crap people. But they're not supporting me being a father to my daughter and reconciling and being in my kids' lives. I'm very fucking pissed off. It's not good enough when you've got the power to do things like that. So anyway. So obviously they've got video. Now, they want to say it because my missus has given a statement, my ex-missus, obviously. And if they keep shouting stop to me. Last year, I wondering, why do they keep shouting stop to me? Stop, stop, whatever. They're trying to say that my ex-wife said to stop when we were doing it. And now I was coming. You know, so basically now they're saying, maybe Charlene doesn't come into it because we laughed about it afterwards, right? So it's Hayley and my ex-wife. So with Hayley now, they've seen her, they must have seen her do this on the video, which really means nothing, you know what I'm saying? We don't even know what were we saying. But they're saying that I don't know what no means. So they're making me a sexual assaultist or a rapist for that. They're saying that my wife said stop and I didn't stop. So according to the system and this woman, I'm a rapist because I don't know what no means. Or stop, right? Serious stuff, man. So this is what Craig was doing in my life. Little did I know. I didn't have a clue. Let's see. And then another thing, there's plenty more. Anyway, let me get on to Ken. He started dealing drugs, my mum's neighbor from 2 doors down, about 2014, maybe halfway through. He also done this cookie whoop thing. He asked me to take him to the dentist one time. And I went, okay, I said, no worries. Now I was a bit strung out because I've been up all night. So now people are picking on my vulnerable modes, my vulnerable moods. When I'm a little strung out or I haven't had sleep, people are coming at me with things to do, to make a cunt of me, right? To make me feel pressured and anxious. Anxious is a big thing they've been trying to do to me, make me feel anxious and nervous. So he said, okay, a half an hour, just wait there, I'll come and get you. So now he makes me wait. Like everybody's been making me wait. So now I've got to wait there, and I've got to feel anxious about going out and doing something when I'm not really in the mood to do it. I'm feeling a little weary, jittery, or nervous. So anyway, we got to the dentist there, and we were walking. And he turned to the windows and he said, "No, help me out here." You know? And I kept walking now. I heard what he said. He said, "Help me out here." And I thought to myself, fucking, what was this? You know? That's gookie-wook, I call it. It's people talking to me without actually looking at me or paying me attention. You know where I got this from? I realized last year, 2017, a video of me and Hailey. Why else people bully me like that? Because I realized what they're saying in 2017. They basically saying that I cracked onto Hailey or whatever. Because another thing they shout out to me is, "What are you doing?" or "What did you do that for?" So I figured, I put it together. So what they're saying is, me and Hailey were together. They saw her shake her head or whatever. Then she might have asked me, "What did I do that for?" And I went, like, what? What, you know?